in this district, for example, have had between 200 and 300 FOILs since the beginning of the school year, requiring staff time and copying. So the intent of the law is to help environmentally. And then third, it's really for transparency so that you can see what we do, help you to be more informed. The way the law is set is that it gives the public entity a choice of how they want to present that information. And again, to save on paper, we have chose to put the information on our website.
Regarding your comment about the 200 to 300 FOILs that the school has received recently, and in reference to transparency, recently in the Wayne County Mail, in the superintendent's news report, she referred to the current audit the school is undertaking as normal. That in fact the audit is a result of multiple taxpayer complaints based on the FOILs that have been submitted. My question is, what is the purpose of providing the public with inaccurate information regarding the
North Rose Wolcott has confirmed that 286 desks were given to them. In the minutes of the meeting, when the furniture replacement came, why wasn't there anything for surplus? Like when you surplus a bus, it'll say in the minutes meeting, the bus was surplus or whatever was surplus. I can't find anywhere where the desks were surplused. Only 286 desks were given to North Rose Wolcott. Where's all the rest of them? Because there's just one particular invoice that was $156,000 just for desks. So there was a lot more desks replaced than 286. And where did they go? Agenda for workshops and conferences, and Renee Garrett emailed me back and said, or Mrs. Newman said, no, there's not. But in one of the policies for the school, it states that the superintendent will have an agenda when the school year starts, and it'll break down what they want to go to, and then you decide where you're going to go and how, and then you can budget how much it's going to cost. Is open meeting law, would a community member be able to see the agenda for the workshops for the coming year? So it would be no surprise to say, oh, they went here and they went there, because maybe that agenda can be posted on your website to say these are where we're going to go and this is why we're going to go. And then there isn't any question on why. Scott Freischlag came back to our school district as a teacher and came out of administration leave. And I told her I respect that decision. I approve that decision. I'm sure our community backs everything up 100% with that. But he was not put back in his coaching position. I said, will he be able to lead sectional, super sectional states and lead our team as a coach? If he is able to teach kids, why isn't he able to teach the students wrestling and go back to where he was? She emailed me back, and I emailed them and said I didn't get any answer to that question, and I asked about 6 more because, you know, I'm thinking all this stuff. And the answer to was that there was no reason why they should answer that question. It didn't need an answer. It did need an answer. I want to know why my son's coach and our team can't have Scott for sectionals, super sectionals, and states if he could teach the kids.
Regarding the OE easement concern, as mentioned in the last board meeting, I would like to know the dollar amount that our district has spent on legal counsel regarding this matter. Upon viewing the proposal presented by the school board to the landowner, I cannot see how you honestly believe that any property owner would accept this offer, thus making this document fruitless and a waste of legal time and taxpayers' dollars. At the last board meeting, I expressed concerns regarding revisions to the school calendar after the unit accepted and assigned their contract, costing the district wages for work performed on holidays and such. Upon researching and viewing extensive financial statements outlining the expenditures of our district, it is clear that obscene excessive spending has been going on, as well as the monies paid out unnecessarily as I have mentioned prior. My question is, with the information provided, how can you justify suspending field trips for our students, noting budget concerns as your reasons? The PTO at OE and OP have done an outstanding job filling in where you have failed. We have raised enough funds to send the entire 4th grade to Strong Museum in the dollar amount of $1,350. We also will be sending the kindergarteners to the planetarium. Unfortunately, last year's class was unable to attend. As a taxpayer and concerned parent, I feel that these cultural experiences benefiting all students are invaluable. Some students may never have the opportunity to visit and obtain the knowledge and life experience given to them on these excursions, if not through school. Our district is solvent and capable of providing such trips without additional fundraising. The cost is peanuts comparatively to $500,000 in furniture. We need to support our teachers and students in their learning above all else. I would hope that you agree with me on this. Also, in the past, you've made reference to possibly joining districts. I believe there is a meeting tomorrow regarding this. Can you please, in detail, explain to me and us the benefits that will come out of this for our students and for our district?
I just wanted to, I also wanted to comment on what I think is excessive spending and inappropriate spending. This is the credit card statement for 2010, and some people have gotten some information on that. I just wanted to share it with you. It just surprises me that at a time when we are cutting back programs for the kids, one board member has told a parent that there will be layoffs next year. I'm just surprised to see some of the spending. I just wanted to bring it up tonight. $375 a night for a hotel room for a conference in Cooperstown. I think that is too much, and I think that it could have been done cheaper. I think you have an obligation to the taxpayers and to the students of this district to do so. A $62 dinner for the superintendent, I think that's excessive. I don't think that should be allowed. I think it should have to be paid back. There are countless examples. There's a lot of trips. I know that you feel that there's a lot of benefit to that. Some of us just think it could be done a lot cheaper. In December of 2009, in discussing, the board discussing who should the next superintendent be, you went out to dinner twice, and you spent $765, 2 dinners out. I think the residents of this community will be outraged to learn that. Also, I'd just like to bring up the fact that, with our tax money, you gave Mrs. Garrett quite a raise from her last position. She made $110,000 at Mount Morris, and at Wayne she made $180,000. She'll make more than that in the following years, but a $70,000 raise seemed like quite a bit, and I think that you need to rethink things. Thank you.
I'd just like to make a few comments. Must be nice, $180,000 a year. That's quite a large salary. Mrs. Garrett, you seem to have smirked when she made that comment.
Excuse
Must
me,
be nice.
That's not going to be allowed.
Several. That's okay. You can disregard it from the minutes of the meeting.
Thank you.
Another comment I have, you talk about the open forum, that new law. You talked about the FOIL requests, 200 to 300 more since the beginning of the year. I think that you mentioned that in a negative connotation. In the school, we are paying for those FOIL requests. So all of the time that you're spending making copies in the paper, we're paying for those. It's not that they're given. So maybe to make them more streamlined, that information should be on the website for people to get access to, so they don't have to go make the FOIL request and spend their own money requesting information that should be public.
Emily Parker. Wayne's Central faculty and staff members have come together to help the Parker family dream come true, contributing a strong kid to the 6th grade floor pediatric oncology unit at Golisano Hospital in Emily's name. To donate have reached $1,500 and more on the way from National Honor Society and contribution by Wayne's girls varsity basketball team, which will be dedicating their final home game this season on February 10th to Emily's family, with proceeds being donated to Golisano Children's Hospital in Emily's name.
Session for people who are interested in becoming a school board member. Would the board please post it and allow people to sign up for it so they could go if they choose to, if they're interested in running for school board or interested in finding out more about how the school board works. Thank you.
That date is March 31st. It's on a Saturday for potential board member